Hello guys, welcome back. We'll continue our series adding in some more features into the chair that we created in the previous video. So what we're going to do today is try and make it a little bit more chair-like and look at some more features from Revit. So I want to add in some fillets on these front edges here to make it look a little bit more realistic. So you can, although you've already created the 3D geometry, you can always go back into it. So if you hit any element of it, if you click into it, you'll see this pink line come up. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the arc tool to create some fillets at the front edge here. Now you want them at 45 degree. Don't worry too much about the dimension yet, and just bring them in like that, just like that, and then till it snaps like that, and then you'll trim it. So outside edge to there, to there, and then we're going to add a dimension onto it there, so we make them equal. Just knock that scale down so we see it a bit more legibly. Like that, and we tick that there, and we can see that the fillet's been added onto that geometry. So once we've done that, we're going to add some void extrusions to the base. So if you go up here, go create, and you'll see there's a bunch of different tools for different types of void, but we're just going to concentrate on the void extrusion for the time being. If we go to the front elevation and look at the reference plane that's at the top edge of the seat, you'll see it's called height. It's where it's handy where we've started to name them. So if we go to create, set work plane, and go to height, and then go to floor plan, so we know we're working on that level now, and we're just going to draw a little hole in the top there. So we go void forms, void extrusion, and hit a circle, and you just place it on there for the time being. We'll make it 15mm radius, and then we're going to dimension it to give its position. So if you hit the geometry on there, and if you hover over the pink, you'll see this crosshair come up. So that shows that we're adding a dimension that's going to be able to position that. And if you hit the geometry, you'll see it, these go blue. So that means basically these dimensions are driving that. We'll make that 50, and this one 50 for consistency. Like so. And then you can see the geometry, the void form there, which is floating above. So if you just bring that down again, as before, when you hit the geometry, the shape handles come up, and for neatness, we'll bring that down with the base there, and there you go. You can see your hole in there. Now you could have drawn all of the holes for the base within that same function then, but for speed and to show you another feature, we're going to use the array tool. So if you go up to copy array, and you hit that piece of geometry just created, and what you're doing first is you're setting the distance from one element to the next element. So we'll put that 75, and then the next number is the amount of iterations. Now you can go back in and alter these once you've done them, so it's not the end of the world if you see us too many. For example, you might be happy with the number of iterations but not the distance between them. So if you select the end one and use your arrow key, you can bring it in to get it lined up like so. So I'm quite happy with that. So that's got all of our ones along the front edge, but I want them going along the whole base. So if I hit select one and select all in view, go back to a top view, and I'm going to do another array again, going back like so, and we'll set that 75. And how many of these do we want? Say 8. 8's way too many. Let's try 6. About right, but I want these back again. So again, select the end variant, bring it back in, and there we go. It's giving our base a bit more interest with some holes in. I also want to add some fillets to the back piece here, but because of how we created it, if you remember, it was an extrusion and we just extrude it out to left and right. We need to add a void form extrusion going through it like so. So if we go to the front one, and we want this plane here which is going up from the middle, which is the center front. So we got to create again, set work plane, and we go set front back open view. So basically this is, we're now looking in elevation of the chair, and we want to cut these two corners out the top left and right here. So we're going to use a void extrusion again, and once again we use the arc tool across like so, and we need to, this time we need to draw the bits here, the kind of filling corner bits, because we want them to be cut as well. And what I can do is then I can use the mirror the feature across, because it's the same on both sides. We can add some geometry onto it to determine the arc radius, but I'm quite happy how it is at the moment. And you'll see it come up with that sort of pink outline. What we'll do is we'll hit that again, bring it there, and if it ever doesn't cut, like sometimes it won't automatically cut through, you just go hit the feature and then hit the geometry, and there you go. You'll see it's cut through like that. It's starting to look a little bit more like a chair. Hopefully you'll agree. What we'll do now is the previous materials we created, we're going to change them over to a wood one to make it look a little bit more realistic. Now all I've done here is I've created a new material, and I've brought in a texture, a oak veneer textures, to make it look a little bit more realistic. So we're going to change all of these to a wood veneer, like so. Just go down and select that in there, apply that, and there you go. Starting to look a little bit more interesting and a little bit more chair-like. I think I'll leave it there today. On the next video, I'll look at making these chair legs a little bit realistic, and I think we'll do that with a revolve function. But I'll leave that for the next video. See you later. Bye.